Okay, so that works. Alternatives to Zoom. So when I was looking yesterday at live streaming our meditation circle to YouTube, I thought, well, I can always fall back to Zoom, because you could always live stream. So this was before they got greedy last year, and they limited the time you could be on a call. This is on the basic plan. They limited the amount of time you could be on a call, even 1-to-1. So that put a lot of people who use for their work. That was a big. Well, it's basically Zoom being greedy and sticking 2 fingers up to all the people that have been using them for all those years. And you could also live stream on a basic plan to YouTube, because I'd done it before on the free plan. And when I went there yesterday, I'm like, where's the live YouTube stream? No, it's gone. So you can no longer live stream to YouTube on their free plan. So maybe fuck you, Zoom. So I've been looking around today, and what's really interesting is when I was looking early last year, when I decided to get away from Zoom. Just put that there. It's all a bit higgledy-piggledy because I'm just testing at the moment. But this is good information, okay? So when I was looking for an alternative, that was around about it's about May, I think, last year. I was looking for an alternative that would stream to YouTube, and I couldn't find one. Could not find one that didn't. I don't think any of them that I could see did live streaming to YouTube, because we've used that for ritual in the past, which has been really good. So yeah, I was talking to someone who joins us from our meditation circle regularly, and I thought, well, I'll just have another look. I'll go and do a little bit of research and see what there is, because what was I using yesterday? Hang on, bear with me. OBS software, which is amazing, especially now that you don't have to fiddle about with stream keys or any of that stuff, all the tech stuff, and then monitor your connection, which was always, I used to find that very stressful, because I have it's the fastest internet you can get, yeah. But whenever it came to, it's my laptop. I know it's my laptop. It's not a super fast laptop, but you wouldn't think that would be an issue if everything else is switched off on your laptop. And you got a good internet connection. You think, no, that'd be good. But OBS, I don't know. Even it didn't matter which way I configured it. I would get dropout. The picture would freeze. It would go all, when it goes all kind of echoey and tinny. So I stopped using OBS because clearly my laptop didn't want to handle it. So when I went back to using it yesterday, so we used it yesterday to do the live stream meditation. Amazingly, so OBS and this one, Jitsi, are both open source, so they're free forever. Yeah, you don't need an account to sign to use it. You don't need to do any of that stuff. You just use it. OBS, I don't know if it has a browser-based version. I use it on the laptop. But Jitsi, if you're using it on a laptop, you can also use Jitsi on your phone. But if you're using it on a laptop or a desktop, it's browser based. Yeah, you don't download the software. So anyway, OBS now have this really cool thing. When you go into the stream tab in the settings, you just put in your YouTube email address and it does it all for you. I'm like, oh my god, how long has that been coming? Seriously, that's been coming for years. Um so the thing about OBS is great. I haven't yet figured out a way. There probably is a way, but I haven't yet figured out a way of having a meeting in OBS and live streaming that to YouTube. There probably is a way to do it. I tried doing it via Skype and it just didn't work. I could not get it to work. Skype is great in some respects, but it's also very limited. Because I could not get that to it didn't matter. And the video that I was using, the instruction video, was fantastic, but for some reason it just wasn't working. It's very strange. So OBS is great, but I haven't figured out a way to do a meeting live streaming to YouTube. Like I say, there probably is a way, but I haven't been able to get it to work yet. But Jitsi is really, really cool. So it works the same as Zoom. You invite people to that meeting, you can record the meeting, and the best way, they say the best way to do that is to stream if it's a private video. And then you've got it, you can download it from there. And it's actually a smaller file size when you download it as well. So that's even better. But I just like the fact that it's a big 2 fingers up to Zoom. Fuck you and your greedy behavior. Yeah, I love that. What else does Jitsi have? The only because it's open source, things like adjusting the camera, so lighting levels, stuff like that, quality of the audio might not be great. You can go on GitHub, and they have lists of the code that you can put in. I don't know enough about that really to be able to messing about with that. I'm sure I'll learn as I go. But what I use, so it does slow things down a bit, but because I've got a Logitech camera, you get the Logitech software that comes with it, so you can actually, really cool, stream your Logitech capture through to Jitsi. You can also do that with OBS, but you probably know that anyway. Yeah. So you can adjust those things in Logitech capture software and then just stream from that as opposed to from your camera. So that's a little workaround there until I learn the bits of code. But yeah, so just thought I'd share that with you, because if you are looking for an alternative to Zoom, which I completely understand, because unless you can, afford multiple licenses, and I just don't like the way they carried themselves. They made a small, well, they must have made a humongous fortune during 2020. Yeah. When everyone was shitting themselves, they were raking it in. And I'd been using them for a couple of years before that. And mostly on the basic plan. Sometimes I would pay if I felt generous for a month. um, but most of the time it was on a basic plan and it was fine. And then along comes 2020 and they are raking it in. And then they start getting greedy and they start cutting functionality of the basic plan. And I'm like, whoa, hold on a minute. I've stuck with them for as long as, well, until I could find an alternative, basically. And it's kind of not really, I mean, that's part of the reason why we haven't done any live rituals, because we hadn't found a piece of software that could do what Zoom did, but that was, open source and free. And they weren't chasing the money. And it's not just that, but cutting the functionality of the basic plan for people. And that was a huge issue. People were really angry about that because they've been using the basic plan for years. And especially for one-to-one clients, it's like all of a sudden you got a 40-minute cut-off point on that. It's like, no, fuck off. Fuck off, Zoom. So yeah, I think I'm quite happy with what we've got now. So I'm going to try and migrate any clients over to Jitsu because it's just a little bit easier. The other thing with Skype as well, if it's only you on the call, you can't record the call. You can't stream it. You can't record it, so you can't download it. So that's the Skype is very limited. And the other thing we found with Skype, that was around about August time. So we'd been playing in our meditation circle. We'd been using a little bit of music, and I installed to try. This was to try and get the Skype, the streaming Skype into OBS, to record. This was for client stuff. And I installed a piece of software called Voice Meter Banana. Didn't think anything of it. I was just following an instruction. Oh my God, it fucked my laptop up, fucked up the audio, and it fucked up the audio in Skype, and I've never been able to get that sorted out. Hello. Come and say hello. Come on. Come on. Come on. No? It's Murphy. Little Smurf. So I couldn't play audio anymore in Skype. Didn't matter what settings I used. Even our son Henry was trying to get it to work. No. It was not doing it. Didn't matter what we did. So Skype wasn't even working as it should have been working at that point. What was my point? I think it's just the limitations of Skype. Because what was really weird, and it was definitely it had done something to Skype, and it didn't matter uninstalling it, reinstalling it, it was not working. So Skype is very limited in how it functions. So yeah, I think I've got something that's going to work really well. So we might even get back to doing live rituals, which would be really nice. Live streaming to YouTube, because I haven't been able to do that since I stopped using Zoom, because there was just nothing else out there that could do it. So yeah, watch this space for more meditations and for the possibility of live ritual again, which would be really nice to do. because I miss doing those. So I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say for today. Come on then. Come on. There was something else. So because we're doing ritual tonight and tomorrow, there won't be any meditation until Monday. I'm going to aim for 7:30 on Monday. So if you want to join us, what I will do... what I will aim for is putting a link maybe in the description below this video in a day or two for if you want to join us actually in Jitsi meet, it's called. Go out. It's really is pretty cool. Apart from the thing with the being able to adjust audio and things, but you can if you've got a camera that has software, you'll probably be able to use that as the input, the software, as opposed to just the camera on its own. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for links to our meditation circle and life rituals, and well, it's kind of all open now because I found this bit of software, so I'm quite happy about that. Cool. I think that's it. I'm going to go now. I think we've got to take the dog for a walk, actually. What the time is? What is the time? Coming up for 12. So, yeah. Stay fearless. And I'll catch you very soon. Gotta love this laptop. Gotta love this laptop. Gotta love this Chris Australia. I was talking about it, saying how slow it was. It doesn't like me anymore.